Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my recipe for this fried balanjay or fried eggplants with potatoes. This is a quick and easy vegetarian dish that you can try at home and it's going to come together in no time. So let's get into the video. The first thing we're going to do is start off in a heavy bottom pot and we're going to add in some oil. Once that oil heats up, I'm going to go ahead and add in my onions and I'm going to start to let those fry up until they soften. We're just going to do this for about a minute. I just wanted to let you all know that if you're ever confused as to where you can find the proper ingredients and measurements that I'm using in these recipes, you can click right below the video. There's a drop down menu, and if you scroll down a bit, you will see all of the ingredients and the measurements that go together. Once those onions start to get a little bit of color on them, we're going to go ahead and add in our chopped garlic and hot pepper. Now I'm using a lot of hot pepper for this recipe today because I'm making a good amount of fried balanjay and potato, but if you wanted to use less, depending on your taste and preferences, you definitely could. And at this point, I'm also going to be going in with some homemade green seasoning. This is going to add some really nice fresh flavor. Of course, this is optional. I know a lot of you do not like to cook with the green seasoning, but I love it in all of my food. And once the green seasoning, the onions, the pepper, and the garlic get nice and dark, you're going to go ahead and add in your scallions as well as your chopped tomatoes, and we're going to allow these to cook down a little bit. Whenever I'm making any veggies like this, I really like to fry down my seasonings so this way they get nice and flavorful. So as you all can see, those tomatoes have cooked down very well. At this point, we're going to add in our balanjay or our baigan or our eggplant. So all I've done is I've peeled some of the eggplants. I went ahead and maybe peeled half of them and I left some of the skin on. It's just something that I like to do because sometimes some of the baigans or some of the eggplants tend to carry a little bit of bitterness in the skin, so I take off just a little bit of that skin. But after I wash it and peel it as per my liking, I go ahead and I slice it up into very thin slices, and then I go ahead and squeeze these pieces in a bowl of water so this way any of those excess seeds can come out from the eggplant. You don't want to add in all of those seeds into your dish because sometimes its seeds tend to itch people's throat whenever they are going to eat it. So that's why I like to take that precaution and just get rid of most of the seeds as best as I can. And now we're going to season. I'm going to go ahead and add in some salt to taste, and I'm also going to be adding in a little bit of black pepper. And this is optional, but I want to add in a little bit of all-purpose seasoning as well. If you don't want to add this, you do not have to. And all we're going to do now is toss all of this up and allow all those spices and the seasonings to coat that eggplant and allow the eggplant to start cooking down very well. So this is what the eggplant looks like after about 5 minutes. As you all can see, there's a lot of water that is releasing from the bottom of the eggplant, and that is because it holds so much water and it has a high water content. So we're just going to go ahead and let this cook down in its own juices until the eggplant starts to get nice and soft. So this right here is the halfway process. As you all can see, this eggplant has softened down very well. Now I don't like to add in the potatoes from the beginning because sometimes the balanjay takes a little while to cook, and so sometimes I like to go ahead and give it a head start and start to let it melt down a bit, and then I will add my potatoes in. This right here has been cooking for about 15 minutes at this point, and as you all can see, it's softening very well so far. And this is what the balanjay looks like after about 25 minutes of cooking in total. As you all can see, it's softened very, very well, and this is what I'm looking for. Like I said, I don't like to add in the potatoes from the beginning, or else sometimes the potatoes end up cooking too quick and the balanjay stays a little bit tough and it doesn't melt down very well. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in my sliced potatoes. And as you all can see, the potatoes are sliced fairly thin. But once I get these potatoes in, I'm going to go ahead and mix it up, and I'm going to allow this to fry down until those potatoes are cooked. If you notice that this mixture is way too dry, you can definitely add in a couple of drops of water. So after about another 15 minutes, this is what my mixture is looking like. Those potatoes have cooked down very well. The eggplant is nice and soft. And as you all can see, there's a whole set of flavor happening on the bottom of that pot because it's sticking just a little bit. When you take this off of the stove and you let it sit in the pot, all of those beautiful brown bits are going to come up. And when you serve it, it's going to be such a nice flavor because it's like a little crispy bit at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this off of the heat now. Before I serve mine, I'm going to go ahead and top them with some freshly chopped scallions. I really hope you all enjoyed my recipe for this fried balanjay or fried baigan and potato. Please like, share, subscribe, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. And I'll see you all again very soon with my next set of videos. Bye everyone.